guys, Sarah here. Welcome back to another LEGO City update. And yes, I have been making a huge mistake with my LEGO City, and I want to share that mistake with you right now. Friends, so I know you're eager to hear what I feel like my single biggest mistake has been with this LEGO City. I don't know if you can take a guess right now, but let me start with a little bit of a fact about this table. This table is 8 by 4 for a total of 32 base plates, okay? I own approximately 34-ish modulars. Now that's official modulars, alternate builds, and custom modulars. Do you see where I'm going with that? 32 base plates for a table, 34 modulars. Now over here, of course, is another 32 base plates, and you'll see that this table is now empty. So my friends, the biggest mistake I've been making all along is actually trying to add too many modulars to a smaller size LEGO City. So it's kind of like I have a LEGO modular addiction. It's an addiction to purchasing more of the official modulars, then looking on Rebrickable to look for an alternate build, to then build a custom building, when I think what I need to do is focus a little bit more on creating life in the city rather than filling it with buildings, especially buildings that are on somewhat of a larger scale for a small space. I've now allocated both of these tables to the LEGO City. I think trying to fit too many themes in, like Ninjago City and a medieval area, was also sort of making my space struggle for breathing room. So I told Brian, if I can complete these two tables just the way I like them, I should be allowed to get a third table to then move into a medieval and a Ninjago City theme. So what do we need to talk about in this video when it comes to how we're going to move forward building this new and improved LEGO City? Well, one, we need to talk about buildings. Like, how are we going to put buildings back in? What kind of buildings are we going to add back into the city? What about roads? Where are the roads going to come back into play, and how are we going to add those in? And then see what that special box over there holds, a very special set that just came in the mail yesterday, which is going to be the foundation for starting the next part of this city building. We're actually going to start with that first, and we're going to build around it. So I think the best thing to do is probably, I bet you're curious by now, you probably want to check out what's inside that box over there. I'm going to push all these snow troopers here aside. I'm hoping still we can figure out some fun scene in the LEGO City for those. But this set right here is really going to be the basis for what the new city revolves around. So I'm actually going to get my tripod. Where are you? We're going to grab the tripod. We're going to get the camera on the tripod, and we're going to check out what is inside this box. So I am pretty darn excited, if you can't tell. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is actually from the Bricklink Designer Program from 2019. Okay, only 2,500 of these were made, and each box was individually numbered as well. So I have number 215 of a set that I think will be a fantastic addition to creating more life and more movement in the city. And that is going to be the Skyline Express. So this is box number 215. There is an exclusive LEGO element included. I am not sure what that is at the moment, but I think this is going to be a fantastic addition to the LEGO City. And in fact, I hope to make it bigger as we go on. So let's take the box for a spin. It is very nice, very clean. There we go. Here is the back of the station. We're going to put the station in, and then have an elevated monorail in the city. So I think that will be awesome, and I'm going to show you just a quick idea of where I think that will go. Oh wow, so I just unwrapped the box. I didn't realize it actually has this awesome image in the background, so that's really cool. I guess you could set that up behind your city, and I don't know, I'm not sure how that would look, but it is kind of cool on the inside for sure. So let's go over and let's take a look at where the Skyline Express is going to be established. So this is the approximate area of where I hope to establish the Skyline Express and have it go come up towards the Ferris wheel and back around. Once obviously we build it and we see the size of it, and if we want to extend it to go any further, that should be fairly easy to do, because unlike the very retired monorail set, which is awesome, but I would like to be able to expand this without, having to sell an organ to do so. So I thought this would be a great way to move forward into the future with a monorail type setup. So I think this will work really nicely right here. And this is going to be the foundation. So everything that we build after this will work to incorporate this into it, as opposed to going the other way, trying to force this in after the fact. So whether it changes up roads, green space, parks, we build that around it. That's sort of going to be the first step moving forward. But we also do need to add roads back in, so we'll have to figure that out as well. So let's take a look at some of the road plans we have right now. I have tons of roads. I have no shortage of roads. I have roads upon roads. And this is going to be my sort of new basic road plate. But again, I do want to build the Skyline Express first so that I understand why I'm placing roads where I am. This is what we're going with, is a combination of road and green space. So it's not adding a ton of road to the city. But whereas my last city update had pretty much zero roads, this does have an actual road so that we can have some of our vehicles on it. And I've gone with a green space on half the plate to allow for different scenes to be set up that can be changed out throughout the year as well. I did go with a slightly deeper curb area than I normally do, and I'm going to be honest with all of you, it's to save on some plates, because this stuff gets expensive. So as much as I would like to have an additional plate here underneath, I am going to go with this sort of deeper curb. It does mean that the figs have to be a little bit more careful jumping off the curb so that they don't twist an ankle. As you can see, this one is an older road plate, and it does have the double underneath it, which would give it just a one plate thickness of a curb, whereas now this one has a double. So that's all right. We'll call that one good. As you can see here, I have already added a scene to this plate just to give an idea of what the green space scenes will be like. Use a lot of those little promos that we've gotten. We can build our own. We can even grab fun themes from Lego history and create little scenes on them, from Pirates to Indiana Jones to Toy Story. Things that you normally wouldn't buy. We can make a couple fun sets into scenes. We can certainly do something with Jurassic Park without needing to delve too far into the collection of those different themes, but we can just have them represented. So I'm looking forward to that, because this will give some nice creativity to the city, and this is where I think the life comes in. You can see this road over here has a corner lot. The hot dog vendor is hard at work. He is getting hot dogs out to the hungry people at lunch. But this does give us a hint of a road that's going to go down this end of the table. We've got our corner garage, tow truck all lit up still, but this will make for really nice front-facing scenes for the Lego City, and we plan to have the road going down this way, but I do not think that we're actually going to have it going through the back of the city. We may make this as much of a front-facing city as possible, just to really showcase all of the stuff from this point of view. Since this is the point of view that I film from the most, I want to put the most effort and resources into this front area of the city. We are going to be working on powering up the Ferris wheel, as well as a lighting kit actually arrived for it yesterday. So we do plan on powering that up and having it lit. So I think that will be a fantastic addition to the city. And in fact, Mr. Bins and Bricks, my husband Brian, really wants to learn more about Power Functions and the Powered Up app and do some more programming with that and get more movement in the city that way, and would love to get some videos of that out. So we'll see how that goes in the future. We do have a ton of work here though. As you can see, this is going to be more of that road green space. Oh, who's that? Get her back on the bicycle there. So that we can have room for the bikes, and we can have room for, we got Tan Jam here. He already got his hot dog from the hot dog vendor, and he's cruising back down the canal. But there'll be a lot of space for Figs to be doing things along this green area. And then we'll have another road that goes up. Oh, I'm just knocking everyone off here. Poor Porky. Of course, we'll keep our beautiful bridge integrated into this, and then we have our canal to continue to work on as well. I did get all of the trans-blue tiles here. I've got 2,000 of them so that I can sit down and finish up this portion right here, and then fix up a couple of the portions down there as well. So we have a lot of area to fill, and I love that it's so empty, because then it really allows me to get creative now. So what are we going to put in for buildings? That's really the next question, is how are we going to add buildings back in? But I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to do it slowly so that we can really optimize the space that we have and the themes, and everything in it is now going to be very deliberate from now on. Here are two fantastic examples of the size, buildings, and scale we're going to be going for in the city moving forward. These are two that have been hanging around my custom builds collection for a little while here, and I've never actually properly shown them off. This one you've seen in a video. This is my sort of mashup of two Lego brand store sets that you can find still on eBay. And then the other side of it, to make up this corner on the 32 by 32, is a reconfiguration of the Pet Shop Cafe Creator 3-in-1 set. I've simply moved the building positions around, but I've also gone through and I've integrated in some back panels to actually this piece of the set and this one in here as well. Even though you can't see it, I did want to close it up in the back so that it was a little bit more modularized. So I did not add a ton of pieces. You can see that this is all a bit of a smaller scale. If I put either of these modulars up near an official modular, although they do blend in, you can tell that there's a definite scale difference. I added a tree and a little courtyard here just to fill in the space. That's a nice way to create a building without needing a ton of extra pieces. So as you can see, I have a 32 by 32 base plate with a lot of hustle and bustle on it, a lot going on. I even added my own little custom newspaper stand as a model from one off of the official sets. So there's a lot that you can do with a set like these. So I would definitely recommend picking up lots of the Creator 3-in-1 buildings and other smaller sets like this without having a ton of bricks in your collection. You can go on to make your own MOCs for a city and save on some cost as well. This one is actually a rebrickable alternate build by ZR Lego Maniac. It's 3 of the Toy Store 3-in-1 creator sets, and you can see that it is a corner as well. It does need extra pieces, so be prepared for that. However, I just sort of went through my bits and pieces and added what I could where I could. I believe my coloring might be a little different in some spots because I had a lot more tan than the blue. But then I placed it on a 32 by 32 and made it into a corner as well with my own little courtyard design, and added the Adidas shoe promo as a little sculpture. So these are fantastic sets, and don't be worried these are all retired, but if you go on the eBay and you save some searches, save the specific search right here, and look out, because I got this one. Actually, I got 2 of these. This is my next mashup project. I found 2 of these at retail or less because the boxes are damaged. One didn't have a box at all. So just go ahead, save the search. You can still grab toy stores. You can still grab pet shop cafes. There will be more coming out in the future, and they're always on sale at like Target, Walmart, Amazon. These are fantastic sets to pick up to build modulars for your city. So I guess the final question is, what are we actually going to do with this table right here? As you can see, I've moved off my medieval section, which I do love. I do love all of this medieval stuff. This is one of my favorite sets. I have a custom horse stable right here. Of course, the blacksmith is fantastic. And we even have our Ninjago City docks and Ninjago City over here. So much awesomeness. But this table right here, I think, needs to be dedicated to the city before we start adding in other themes. And what I would really love to do, although I love my trains that are underneath the table, and we'll do another video on what I'm adding to that in the very quick future here. I would love to see a train up on top of the table as well. We can switch them out. I know we have the new cargo train coming out in the summertime with all the awesome farm sets. I do have the Disney train that would also look very cute going around this table. And so one of the beauties things of this table is I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. And that is something that is brand new to me. Because of all the modulars I have, I feel like I've always filled up the tables before I've actually filled them up, because in my head, so many modulars, so little table, already filled. But we're going to approach this differently. So going forward, this Lego City is going to have a different feel to it. It's going to be more lively, more full of movement, and less filled with giant modular. So that should save me some money in that respect going forward. But I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So I can add in more fun little sets like this forest shop that I've made over here. I'd love to get a construction area going as well. So a new modular going in bits and pieces. And of course, this fantastic Skyline Express, as well as getting this all powered up to move. It's going to look fantastic. So my friends, I'd love to know from you what you think of this new idea going forward. I know that I do change my mind an awful lot, but for those of you out there who do city building and city planning and are trying to fit the city into your space, you can probably agree with me that we do go through a lot of changes, and sometimes a layout that we think is going to work doesn't actually end up working, but we've got to try it all. The best thing to do is just try what's in your mind, because then if it doesn't work, it just gets the idea right out of your mind. And if it does work, then boom, you've got a new plan. So this is my new plan, and I'd love to hear about what you think of my biggest mistake being all of those modulars. So leave me a comment. And if you want to check out the last city update, because you're not really sure what all this looked like before I've made all of these changes, check it out right there. And guys, I will see you in the next LEGO City update.